Hey guys, what is up? Hope you're having a fantastic day. So in today's video, I'm actually going to be going over some class setups that are going to be top tier or meta in this ongoing season. Now, I know a lot of you guys have actually been asking for this video for a while now, but the reason I haven't decided to put it out was because I didn't want to produce a crap video. I wanted to sit back, observe the meta, see what weapons are really good, and put it all together in one video. So that's what I actually have for you today. But of course, you probably realized it, and I've realized it, that they need to add some more class setups into the game. I think 7 to 8 would actually be really good. That way you would actually be able to add some class setups depending on what game mode you're playing, and I just think it would add way more variety. So that's actually what I'm going to be doing in today's video. I'm going to be giving you a lot more options to play with. So of course, let me know if you think that would be a good idea in the comments below. Anyways, we're actually just going to hop right into the video, and I actually have my classes split up depending on what kind of weapon I'm actually using. So I have one flex class, and what I actually use this for is for either a sniper or a shotgun, and then I have 2 AR classes, and I also have 2 SMG classes. Now of course, you don't need to actually split your classes up like this. I just think it's the best way to show you guys it. Of course, if you're an assault rifle player, an SMG player, then you might actually have 3 of those kind of classes. I wouldn't recommend putting all of your classes as an SMG or an assault rifle. You need to have some variety depending on what map and what game mode you're actually playing. So the first class that I'm actually going to be going over, and like I said, it is my flex class. You could either use a shotgun or a sniper. Today I'm just going to show you my sniper because I don't actually know if I have the best possible shotgun class for you guys to use. So this is my sniper class. I'm not really going to go too into detail with it. It's pretty simple. Of course, I use extended mag because I don't want to be reloading when someone's in front of me. I just feel like extended is almost always more useful than fast mag. And then of course, FMJ and stock. There's not really that many attachments you could possibly put on a sniper. Now, of course, for my secondary, I always like to use the MW11 just in case I hit marker. I can pull it out, spam hip fire, and just finish off the kill. Now, of course, if you are really confident in your aim, maybe you could throw on the J358, but most of the time I actually believe that the MW11 is probably going to be more useful. Everything else is just a pretty much a really basic class. I don't actually run ghost for my sniper just because most of the time when I'm personally sniping, I snipe on search and destroy. So I think toughness is just a lot more useful in that situation, and I run agile. Of course, you need agile whenever you're sniping just because it helps you zoom in faster and quick scope easier. Now, for all of my classes, I run pretty much the same lethal and tacticals, and the reason for that is, of course, I believe this nade is the best possible thing you can use. Of course, sticky nade, it is usable. Trip mine, I don't really use it because I think it's kind of scummy, but if you want to, of course you can use it. And the combat axe is kind of like a joke. If you guys have ever thrown it, it's just really weird. And for my tacticals, you could actually run a smoke grenade. They are pretty useful, except when people have low graphics, it's kind of easy to see through them. Everything else, flashbang, concussion grenade, EMP, they can all be actually blocked by a trophy. So I think trophy is just like the dominant tactical to use, if that makes any sense to you guys. All right, so moving on to my next class setup, it's actually our first assault rifle one, and it's going to be the BK57. The reason I'm running this is because I kind of needed a long range AR since I have an ASM-10 as my second one. ASM-10 can do range, of course, but it is a lot better at close and medium range, and I just like to have a good variety depending on what map I'm actually playing. So for the BK's attachments, of course, I run foregrip just because I think it plays off its strength. You might think I'm crazy because it already is kind of a laser beam, but honestly, it's just my personal preference, and I think it's a lot easier to handle, especially when you're jump shotting, when you have foregrip. Now, I always run the stock on my assault rifles unless it's something like an AK-47. So the reason that I run stock is just because, as you guys have probably seen some of my gameplay, I'm always sliding and always jumping, and stock really helps with that. Now, of course, I am running quick draw too, because on all my classes now I am running lightweight. I think lightweight is really broken. You know when someone's using lightweight in game, you can see how fast they're going. It's a massive difference for when you're actually not using it. So whenever you have lightweight on, you obviously can't put on agile, so that is why you definitely need quick draw. Secondary, I'm not really going to go too much into that. Of course, it doesn't really matter that much. It's all just personal preference. I would say I have pretty decent aim, so that's why I'm using the J358. All right, moving on to the next class setup. Sorry if I'm not explaining everything exactly to you guys. I'm just trying to speed through this so I don't really waste your time. So of course, everyone has heard a million different things about the ASM-10 this season. It's still really solid. It did receive a slight nerf in the most recent, I believe it was like a megabyte update when you actually loaded into the game, and all they did was nerf the ASM-10 because it was crazy broken. So of course, you need foregrip. It has a lot of recoil, especially at range. Of course, quick draw because you're running lightweight, and stock is all personal preference. Maybe if you don't move that much and you're more of a slow paced player, then I wouldn't recommend recommend stock. Maybe something like extended mag would work. Everything else on this class is just basic ranking stuff. Moving on to my next class, this is actually my first SMG one, and I think this is going to surprise a lot of people, but it is actually the GKS. I believe this gun is super good. Now the reason that I'm saying that is because you can win close range, you can win medium, and sometimes you can even win long range gunfights with it. It does have a little bit of a slow fire rate, but it is really consistent. The only downside I would say is the slow fire rate, and of course its clip size is very small, so you need extended mag. A long barrel does help to win those medium gunfights, and of course quick draw because you have lightweight on, and everything else is just whatever you want for rank. Honestly, I didn't really expect the GKS to be that good, but it just feels really consistent, and most of the time you're actually able to challenge and win gunfights. So moving on to our last class setup that we actually have here, it's the RUS-79U, which is really weird. It used to be called the AKS. I'm sure you guys know that. For a long time, this was probably my second favorite SMG after the MSMC. Rip the MSMC, I love that gun, but I just don't think it's considered top tier anymore. I have foregrip. You don't technically need foregrip. It doesn't have that much recoil. I just think it helps, especially if it helps you hit an extra couple bullets, then it's gonna be useful. So guys, I would just recommend running foregrip. Of course, extended mag, always super useful, and quick draw because of lightweight. You want to be able to zoom in and get that first shot off. Everything else on this class is pretty much just preference. So I know I ran through my class setups really fast, guys. I apologize for that. But now I'm actually going to go over some extra stuff or extra weapons that you could actually throw in there, because like I said, there is a really good amount of assault rifles that are solid in this game. So of course, the other one that I would actually recommend putting on is the KN-44. It's still a really good weapon. It just is outshined a little bit. This is actually my attachments that I run for it. Of course, stock because I like to move around, quick draw because I'm going to be running lightweight, and extended mag just because you really need it. Now you're probably also a little confused, like, Godsley, what about the HBR A3? Well, most people don't have it, so I wasn't planning to include it in this video, but this is actually my attachments for it. I'm not going to really go in depth on it. If you do own the weapon, I would recommend you trying out these, but of course I realize that most of my viewers don't actually own this weapon. So guys, that is pretty much it for all my class setups. If you enjoyed this video, of course, click the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time.